All right, everybody. PSM YouTube channel. We are with the end of summer days. We are counting off for the time to get back into worship with one another, which is going to happen this Sunday, 9:30. You can come to church and get involved with your small groups and community and connection. And at 5 o'clock, we're going to have our garage worship with band, music, worship time, message time, game time. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome to see everybody back there again. But for now, end of summer days. Something to think about today. I remember there was an old saying, show me 5 people you hang out with now, and I'll show you where you will be in 5 years. You've probably heard of that before. I got told that all my life. And well, now this may be an enlightenment and sort of a caution engaging the environment around you and who you've been tagging along with, and I get that. And sometimes we hang out with people that don't make the right choices and good decisions. Sometimes we make bad decisions, and sometimes we make bad decisions with these people. I get that. But let's clarify something here, okay? In all of this, you have a choice. You do have a choice. As guilty as I am for saying this from time to time in my life with, about the people you hang out with, I cannot put the entire shift of blame on these people. After all, when we do heed this advice and evaluate our surroundings, we begin to bind ourselves to evoke the comparison factor that's going to shadow us the rest of our lives. And, those old questions, am I as good as that person? Can I be better than that person? What do I have that they don't have? What do they have that I need? You know what I'm talking about? The comparison factor. We can get mountains of insecurity and self-worth deprivation by looking at comparison. And it's not far to look for comparison. We have TV, we have our phones, and of course, we have those people that we hang out with. A greater thing to point out is the astounding judgment we are casting upon our surroundings, friend check yourself right now. Just friend check the peeps around you. Some are not making good decisions. What do? Drop them while they're hot? I don't think so. You just can't do that. Listen, I had 5 friends in high school that my parents could not stand, okay? And they often reminded me of this old saying, I'll show you where you'll be in 5 years if you keep on hanging out with these 5 people. Okay, but strangely enough, these 5 people ended up being a doctor, a lawyer, a financial broker, an engineer, and one of them went on to get into the armed forces. Did my parents have a clue into the foretelling of their future? No, they didn't. All they saw was the skin and the actions of the present. But see, when we do this with anyone, we're kind of casting judgment. And we're saying my life is better than yours because your choices suck. Mine don't. Or at least my choices, the ones my parents want me to make, don't suck. And so we simply write these people off. So where does this leave us? Well, validating the judgment of others and comparing ourselves for valued worth for the rest of our lives. And how does that work out for us? Paul drops some earth-shaking wisdom on us in 2 Corinthians. And he says, comparison is the thief of joy, and the joy of the Lord is your strength. The only standards by which we must measure ourselves is revealed by God through Christ and his word. So where do you fit in? With you. That's who. With you. With you. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Why? Because God made you unique. Why? You need a great life to find out why. I'm not going to answer that for you, nor should anyone else. But what about the rest of it? You know, the ones we wrote off, right? Or are going to write off because of some shallow, invisible article that says we are cleaner than those who are dirty. Jesus said, his own words in Matthew 7, do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way as you judge others, i.e., anyone, no one is exempt, no one gets a free pass, everyone, you will be judged, and with the same measures you use, and it will be measured to you. Now, this is not an invitation for you to run to your parents who have been begging you to consider or reconsider your selection of friends, okay? I'm not saying go off and tell your parents, hey, Chris said it was okay that I hang out with fill in the blank, even though he does vape and even though he does skip school to play video games all day. I never, ever said that. No. But I'm also not saying you should drop them like a bad habit either. Don't cast that stone. From the speck to the plank, we owe it to ourselves to consider what is best for us with the respect of knowing what God wants for us in living a great life. One of value, one of love, and one of showing compassion to others. You can still be friends, but you do have a choice. You have a choice to focus on you, your worth, and yours alone. And what if those friends, what about those friends? The ones that are that dysfunctional, or the ones that are that inappropriate, the ones that are that bad of a seed. What if you're honest with yourself? Because when you think about it, that is a factor in you having a choice, being honest with yourself. And you were just honest with them and said, you know, I can't get into this. This is not where I want to go. This is not where I intend to be. I really don't know where you're going to end up at, and I'm not sure how that's going to work for you, but know that I am your friend, and I'm there if you ever need one. Now, even better, what if they saw you for who you are, a person who is working on themselves, for themselves, making the decisions, making the choices that were clinching this beautiful thing called joy? What would happen then? Could you make them stop in their tracks and go, what is it about that person that is so unique? So, what if I showed you 5 people you hang out with now, and then showed you how to love them, and then encouraged you to be yourself and let your choices become the side effect of doing so? Stay safe, be smart, and be of God.